Imagine this scenario. You spent 15 years pouring your heartbreak, your joy, basically your entire soul into making songs. But then one day, you discover that an AI system fed your entire catalog without your permission. And now, it's generating songs indistinguishable from yours and racking up millions of streams. And you're not even seeing a single dollar. I know this may sound like it's science fiction, but it really isn't. It's real. And it's actually happening right now. Now, I get it. Not everyone considered themselves as a musician, but I'm betting that every single one of you streams songs and share them with all of your friends and even building memories around them. Whether that's Taylor Swift, your local artist, or a lo-fi studying type beat, right? Music matters to you. And here's the thing. The music industry supports more than just 2.5 million American jobs. And the choices we make as consumers and citizens will determine if these human musicians still have a shot of making a life for the next 10 years from now on. So here's my core argument. Well, we're not there yet. First, we're going to discuss about this. I didn't come by just having hot takes, right? For the past few days, I've dug up some research. I've dug into pending federal legislations and read the coverages of actual lawsuits between AI companies and major labels and reviewing statements from the lawmakers that are fighting this battle. Now, what I found convinced me this issue is worth your full attention, because I'm not just an alarmist, but because the evidence is really solid. And this is my core argument, that AI music is exploiting copyrighted platforms without the artist's permission. And it's directly threatening to the financial survival of human songwriters. So the Congress needs to pass enforceable regulations, such as mandatory licensing, transparency requirements, and compensation systems that build on actual consent before the damage is irreversible. So now I'm going to walk you through these three things. One, I'll show you exactly how this exploitation is happening right now. Two, we're going to discuss about the other side of this debate when people are saying like, oh, the industry should handle this. And then three, I'm going to talk to you about these three actionable steps that you can take on taking this action right now to stop AI music from happening. So this is what's actually happening. So AI music platforms are trained on massive databases of copywriting sound recording. Often artists don't even know that it's actually happening. And it's really messed up. But guess what? These music companies, right? Or the music studios, Universal, Sony, and the Warner Brothers, they filed a lawsuit against those AI platformers like Suno and Udio. Now, what's the allegations? Is that these companies illegally copied sound recordings to train models that can saturate the market with machine systems content. So now thinking about all of this, you might ask yourself, well, what does this mean with the financial part of these songwriters? Well, according to Senator Marsha Blackburn, a recent study was found saying that AI could cut artists' income by a quarter in the next 4 years. That's millions of dollars in lost salary for people who depend on their art to survive. If you think that's bad, let me give you this example real quick. A man from North Carolina stole $10 million in royalties from song artists and song musicians and artists, right? For using AI generated music between 2017 and 2024. The threat isn't coming, guys. It's already here. Now some people argue saying that, like, oh, we should just let the industry handle all of this situation. That's it. But really, the evidence that we have really contradicts that, because it really doesn't work. I mean, check out the Suno and Udio cases. That these companies scaled their technology first and asked permission later, if they even asked. As a matter of fact, several of the defendants reached settlements after they got sued, rather than just negotiating licenses up front, which I think that's kind of weird. To me, that's an ask forgiveness, not permission business model. If 3 of the largest record labels in the world couldn't protect their artists without going to court, what does an independent songwriter can do, right? The market isn't regulating itself. That's why binding law is necessary. So I picture this. I pictured a better system of how we can settle this, right? A music industry where AI companies, whether they want to test out their models, they have to negotiate licenses and pay songwriters in order to test their models. Now, under the system, if an AI company wants to make a new AI music track or something like that, they have to negotiate licensing agreements with the artists. The closest we got is the legislation is the No Fakes Act. Now, it's not perfect, but it's a step forward. And it gives people the power to say yes or no, whether they are satisfied of having their voice into these AI technologies. But really, the most important question is that what you can do. What can you do to stop this? Here are the 3 simple ways you can do. 1, you can contact your representatives on supporting the No Fakes Act. 2, be intentional of supporting human songwriters with your purchases and your streams. Be careful of what song you purchase and choose, and make sure that it's human written. And 3, think before you act. Think twice before you start using an AI creative content and even release it of when you want to make a song that replicates a song artist's voice or the style of the song. So now we come to the point where we just come to a recap. We talk about the exposition of what AI is happening right now. We talk about the other side of the debate of what they say about this, saying that, oh, we should just let the industry out of this. And we talk about those 3 action steps that you guys can do. And those 3 steps is to 1, contact your representatives about the No Fakes Act so you guys can support it. 2, be intentional of supporting these human songwriters with your purchases and your streams. And 3, make sure to think before you act of releasing AI music tracks that doesn't replicate a song artist's voice or song artist's style. Now, remember that scenario I talked to you about? Of like when you're a song artist for 15 years and you pour your heartbreak, your joy, your whole song into making songs, and then you found out a machine is using your voice for making content? That doesn't have to be your future, guys. But it will, unless you can act upon it. A song isn't just data. It's a piece of someone's soul. And it's up to us to make sure that that soul stays protected.